Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy September 1st. Man, can you believe it? First 8 months gone. I cannot believe how fast um, this year has gone. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. We have Mr. John Howard. Good morning. Charles Steed. Good morning, Dave and Jack, he says. Appreciate that. Jack says hello. He's getting cozy right down here by my feet. Okay, we got a question here. I'll come back to that here in just a second, Charles. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Leo. Good morning, Dave. Let's see. Leo says he's driving home from doctor's appointment. Everything is good. Well, sweet. Good deal. Gary Hammett in the house. Don is back with us. He says, good morning. Happy September 1st. Happy Thursday to you, Don. Lou Thomas is here. Good morning. Ray Jones. Good morning, Ray. Kevin Ells. And Sean is bringing up the rear here. How you doing, Sean? Let's see. Let's go back up here and grab that question. Charles says, I have a question. What would the post processor be for the O-Tour laser printer? Okay, you're throwing me up already because you're talking about the laser engraver. See, some people call them printers, and I don't think of them as printers. I think, that's a printer or, an Epson printer or something like that. But I think what you mean is an O-Tour laser to work with Vectric. And I hate to tell you, but I don't think you're going to find one because the O-Tour laser engravers work off of Gerbil. So now there's a Gerbil post processor in Vectric, but it's for Gerbil based CNC routers, not lasers. So I don't know if they have anything. Vectric has anything with their laser module that you have to pay extra to get. And I don't know anything about that because I haven't got it. Don't plan on getting it. I just now there might be a way to run it off of there, but you probably when I did before when I ran my laser, my JTech and my Ox laser using Vectric, I made my own post processor. I went to JTech's Photonics website, took the one that they had, and then I modified it to make it the way I wanted it. So you probably could technically do it, but it's not going to be easy peasy, and it's not going to go there and go, oh, here's the one for this O-Tour. You're not going to find that. So I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. I missed some comments. No, did I? Yeah, we got a few more folks in here. Landis is here. Good morning. Says he's running slow, but at least you're running, Landis. That's the important thing. Yeah, he's talking about engraver. I thought that's what you meant. I've been, good morning, Jesse. Let me go through and hit the rest of these. Steve's in the house. Appreciate you, Steve. And Kenneth here is here as well. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of I've been watching a lot of those silly Glowforge videos. And all of those people call it print. Well, I'm going to print this. No, you're not. You're going to burn it. That's the way. That's what I think. But even when they do a screenshot of the software, there's a button that says print. So they think of it as a printer. Now I don't know why they call it that. But just about all of them Glowforge people say, well, I printed this, and I'm like, what do you mean print? So anyway, just a difference in the terminology, I guess. Well, let's see. I watched Joanne this morning, and she said, we got a 3-day weekend coming up. I guess y'all realize that. We got, the first Monday in September is always Labor Day. So we got a 3-day weekend for those of you who might have a real job. But anyway, it's supposed to rain Saturday, Sunday, and Monday here in my area. So, which doesn't make any big deal because all the days are pretty much the same here. At least all the ones that end with a Y. But yeah, I'll have to be doing some inside stuff, which I pretty much am anyway, because it's still too hot to get out there and do much unless I have to get out there and cut grass or something like that. Sean says, I've always called it engraving or cutting. Yeah, because that's what it is. I don't understand why they even, like I said, when they show the screen shares of the Glowforge app or whatever, which of course is online, as we talked about, it'll say print, and that's what all them people call it. So yeah, I printed this, and I'm like, I don't think so, but you can call it whatever you want, I guess. Clyde's here this morning. Good morning, Clyde. Just out of curiosity, now we've got looks like 18 folks in here. Just out of my own curiosity, how many of you all that are watching the coffee sessions this morning, how many of y'all still have a real job? Just curious. Yeah, Wade says printing sounds easy, good marketing. Yeah, I guess it does make it sound easier, but it's not, to me, it's not really what you're doing. But it's good brainwashing because they've got all of those people to call it that. Wade says he's at work now. Okay, there's one. Anybody else have a real job that they have to get up and go to every morning? And if you do, how do you watch the coffee sessions while you're supposed to be working? I never have figured that out either. Darren says he works. He says, I do work at a casino. Okay. Kenneth's still working. Okay. All right. Dave says he's retired, small lawn care business. All right. Sean says no comment. Okay. Yeah, I just wonder because, I don't know how many folks that still have a real job. I knew some of you did, but I always think, well, how do they always watch the coffee session if they got a real job? Because back when I had a real job, there wouldn't be no watching no coffee session or anything like that. But all right, Ryan says, morning, people. Morning, Mr. Ballard. Clyde says not since 2007. That's 15 years. Good deal, Clyde. Okay, Darren says he's on in afternoons. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's Lou says retired, but a large honeydew list. Yeah. And Kenneth, I guess, sneaks around with a headset. All right. Don said he hadn't had one in 5 years. Good deal. Yeah. We know who your real boss is, Ryan. We know who the big boss is. All right. Anyway, I was just wondering that as I was sitting around thinking about stuff this morning. Sean says I was brought up no phones during work hours. Some guys are lucky now. Yeah, I know it's a whole nother world these days. I mean, you go to any little restaurant, little drive up window thing like I do. I don't go in, but if I go like, doesn't matter who it is. Well, I won't say Chick-fil-A because you don't see those people. Chick-fil-A is a whole nother animal, but any other thing, all the kids running around there, flipping burgers and getting your fries and all that. They all got a cell phone in their pocket. And if you sit there more than a minute, you're going to see them pick it up and check and, got to check their Facebook status or something like that. It's amazing to me. Any work gets done. And it's no surprise that your order's wrong most of the time too. So it's, it's crazy times we live in, I guess. But let's see. Ray said he hadn't had a real job since 2009. Wade says, I work alone, remote office, lonely like the Maytag repairman. You're good for my mental health. Oh, I don't know about that. I guess it depends on what I'm talking about. But anyway, I appreciate y'all letting me know about your real jobs. That was something I'd often wondered about because I mean, y'all know I don't have one. Saw another interesting thing. Like I said, I watched probably more news this morning than I normally do. And one of the things, here in Atlanta, we are a hub for Delta Airlines. And I saw a thing on the news this morning that the Delta Airlines pilots, the ones that are off work and on their own time, they are picketing. They're not on strike yet, but they're like threatening to go on strike. And I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the COVID thing. They probably let a lot of people go that wouldn't get the jab, and now they're short pilots and, flight attendants and just employees in general. That's how most places have done it. But anyway, I got to thinking about that, and I haven't flown in years, don't plan to. But I know for sure if I go to get on a plane, I don't want my pilot tired or stressed or frustrated, any of those things. But I want him to be well rested, sober, and ready to pay attention to detail. But anyway, I guess that's what their complaint is. And like I said, they're not on strike yet. The ones that are going to picket are ones that are just off, and they're doing that on their time. But yeah, they said that they're having to work a lot more hours. Like when they're supposed to be off, they're having to get called in on their what's supposed to be days off and stuff. Anyway, it's a cluster, sounds like. But I'm thinking, man, I sure am glad I don't fly anymore. And if Delta's that way, it's probably pretty much the same with the rest of them. But yeah, that's and of course, what's funny is here they're picketing and about to go on strike, and here we got a 3-day travel weekend coming up, so they know how to use that as leverage, I guess. But anyhow, just thought I'd bring that up. Let's see here. Clyde says, if Jack barks, my dog will be talking back. I don't think he's about to bark today. There's no planned deliveries coming. In other words, the Amazon man, the UPS man shouldn't be coming up anytime soon. Um, the mailman will be coming in a little bit, but I'll be long gone off of here before he comes. And I really don't get much mail. Uh, I almost feel bad for Gary, my mail carrier, because he'll pull around and if Jack barks, if I'm where I can't see out the front window, I'll just get my phone and turn on that app where I can look out and see that security camera. And then I can tell whether he stops at my box or not. And then I know whether to go out there. And a lot of times he hadn't been stopping. And even when he does, it's like I walk out there, open the mailbox, get the stuff, close the mailbox, bring it in here, and immediately just throw it in the trash. It's all politician stuff about the upcoming election, or it's, just sale papers and just a bunch of junk, because I've pretty much got everything I do where I'm either, what they call it, paperless billing or something like that. So I really don't get much that's important out there anymore. So not much, not much to walk out there for. Let's see. Ryan says, "Hey Dave, did you see that John Heist's YouTube channel got hacked and removed?" I did not. Now, I think he's got 2 or 3 channels, but I'm pretty sure any of them are probably pretty good sized channels, even the secondary ones. But if you're talking about his main channel, that's just crazy. That is just crazy. And man, what a kick in the gut, I'll say. That would be, because he has well, I can't look. I was going to say, let me see how big his channel is, but heck, I can't even look now. Let's see if I can find him. How did you hear about that, Ryan? I can't even spell his name. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, he's got the I Build It channel is up. And I think that's his main one. It says he's got 1.11 million subscribers. And that one is still up. Now he's got another. Okay, here's the video he's got where he put 11 days ago. And it says what happened. And I don't know, but I bet you that in that video, he's probably explaining what happened. He says, "There's never a good time for something like this to happen, but this came at a particularly bad time, which was immediately after." Yeah, I think, and that was 11 days ago. So apparently he got it straightened out. See, I haven't I don't even subscribe to John uh anymore. I used to long time ago, but I don't watch the kind of stuff he makes. It's just not that interesting to me anymore. So I don't subscribe to him. So I hadn't heard about anything. But I also see, as I scroll down, he's got a video called "Quitting YouTube for Now. Here's Why," and that was a year ago. So I don't know. Maybe he's just not happy with YouTube or something. I don't know. But anyway, the I Build It channel looks like it's still up there. Yeah, Sean says it's Still up. Wade says, I've stopped watching news and I'm happier for it. I concentrate on my life, work, and using my CNC. Yep, that's a good way to be, because, and that's what I've decided to do. The news is just so depressing. And, it's, whether it be the local news where you hear about all the drive-by shootings and all this kind of stuff. In fact, I got kind of ticked off this morning because they had their health reporter on there, and she was doing a story where she interviewed a doctor. It was a female doctor, and she was like the head of trauma such ER or something at Grady, which is the hospital where they always take the shooting victims and stuff to. And anyway, her whole story, and this is what always ticks me off, and I may piss some of you guys off, I don't know, but her whole story was about gun violence. And I get so ticked off when I hear somebody say that, because there's no such thing as gun violence. There's people violence. People can be violent with anything, you know. So I get, and everybody uses that phrase, and it's stupid. We got drunk drivers killing people in cars, and we don't call it car violence. I just get so ticked off and fired up about that. But that's something that's probably never going to change. So that's another reason why I watch less and less news. Basically, all I want to hear about is the weather. All right, moving on. Izzy Swan made a cool plywood sheet lifter. Yeah, that's another big YouTuber I don't watch anymore. I don't watch any of the big ones. I watch all the little guys now. They're the ones that need my support more than those guys. And those guys don't watch my channel, so okay. I guess you're talking about John Hyde. Says he got a CNC and hung it on the wall. Okay, so he joined the idiot club then. I'm sorry. I just have to shake my head when I see people buy a perfectly good CNC and they want to mount it up on the wall. That's just silly. Darren says he don't live too far from John. All right. Yeah. Problem is we hear about everything. Everything isn't my problem. Yeah. Well, he says, I hope I don't get fired for being late so often. Well, you won't get fired here, because we leave the door open and you can, yeah, is he who? That's how I think. I just, not interested in anything he has to make or say. Let's see. Jesse says they didn't blame the gun with Kyle Rittenhouse. They pick and choose when to blame the gun. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm just, like I said, when I hear somebody say gun violence, it just sets me off. I'm like, you are, just, well, let me just shut up before I say something I regret here. But yeah, I don't get it. It's people violence. They could do the same thing with a knife, a baseball bat, a car, a bomb, any of that kind of stuff. But when something happens with a firearm of some kind, it's all about that, not about the crazy person that is running around out on the street, more than likely with a rap sheet that they won't keep locked up. So, but anyway, Solar Man says, glad my sarcasm comes through. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see. I think I've. Oh, I got one more thing I saw on the news. Now, this is a more upbeat topic. We'll spend the last few minutes talking about this. I guess. Yeah, anybody that knows me knows I am not a movie person. When somebody starts talking about, hey, have you seen that movie? I couldn't tell you what the name of it is, who's in it, and I really, couldn't care less. But anyway, I guess they had during the lockdowns and the COVID pandemic, uh, they had like a little resurgence of drive-in movie theaters, and I saw a little bit of the story today. They were talking about how some of these places that even now COVID's kind of weaned off, of course, until we next get the next big variant of some kind, monkeypox or whatever. But they're saying that they're trying, now that it's coming back, that those people that have opened these things up and, they're going to try to put money into them and keep them going, which I think is an awesome thing. I probably still won't be a moviegoer just because Hollywood sucks so bad. They don't put out nothing that I would even want to watch. But if they did, I would be much more likely to go to a drive-in. I just think that would be so cool because then you're not sitting elbow to elbow with the dang crazy people that want to talk and, you know, have the cell phones going, while you're trying to watch the movie. I don't know how anybody goes to a theater uh, and pays what you have to pay for a ticket, not to mention the popcorn and the Coke and the, you know, gummy bears or whatever it is you get, the price of those things. And then have to go sit in a crowded theater and have idiots next to you that won't shut up or, on their cell phone, stuff like that. So, but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool about the drive-ins. I may have to look around. I doubt if there's anyone anywhere near me because I've never even seen an old abandoned one. I do know where one used to be, but I don't. And it's like you could see the screen from when you're on traveling east on I-20, east of Conyers. But of course, I don't go that way much, but I think it's probably already been finished, torn down. I don't know, but I think that would be kind of cool if they brought those back. But then I'm sure there's going to be crazy people that will try to, you'd be sitting there trying to enjoy a movie in your car and probably get carjacked right there at the movie theater or something. I don't know. You know how it is. Everybody always ruins a good thing for everybody else. But anyhow, that's going to do it. Let's see if I missed any comments here. Sean says, from my understanding, in the UK, you have to register your knives now. You can't even have a dado set. Hope we don't get to that point. Yeah, could be. Could be. I don't know. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody go have a good Thursday, September 1st, and get ready for fall here. I got 30 more days, counting today, I guess, because the burn ban, which is a Metro Atlanta thing, officially ends on October 1st. So I've got a ton of stuff I need to get burned. Now I have burnt some of it up anyway, but you can't just get too crazy. But then from October 1st to May 1st, the burn ban is lifted. So that's when you can go crazy burning stuff. My neighbor over here, he always has all his stuff where his garden is or was. He has a garden every year, and he just heaps stuff up. And on October 1st, he lights that sucker and You could probably see the flames from your house. Uh, but it's all over with in a few minutes. And of course, I'll have stuff floating in the air coming down my way and stuff. But anyway, looking forward to where I can get out there and get a bunch of my scraps burn up. So, all right, everybody, have a good Thursday, and we will see y'all tomorrow.